Na 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 Batman, Batman. Na 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 Batman, Batman. Na 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 Batman, Batman. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational for education and entertainment.
Hi everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing Batman Long Halloween Part 1. This is the movie, not the book. I did the book not too long ago, review of it, and I tried my best not to give any spoilers in it because I wanted you guys to read it because it's a great graphic novel, but sadly I will probably have to spoil some parts of it and the main story of it for this movie. So, if you don't want that, go and read the graphic novel. Then come back here and also watch the movie. Do both, and then come back here and then watch this review. It's that simple. Otherwise, stay here and get spoiled out of it, or if you already read it, then good. Then good. So, this takes place during like the second year of Batman, and it's technically his first time acting as a detective. Well, before then, he was just putting criminals into Arkham or in Blackgate, and he was not really. It was mostly just being kicking butt all the time, mostly not having to use his, not had to be too smart about it. This time he has to because the person he's up against, Holiday, is freaking smart. He knows to only act on holidays and only to fight, only to go after criminals and to get out there as quick as possible and make it look like other people have done it. Like frame people, like during part where Joker is out after he escapes in the middle of the movie, when they go over to see um, ca- um, ca- um, Calendar Man. When Calendar Man's there's basically just one Batman there to let him know Joker escaped. Go after him. He kills one of the mob's bodyguards and make sure there's Joker's cards everywhere to make it look like Joker did it. And so mostly this movie starts with it's on Halloween night, and Gordon this got recently made into commissioner, and he wants to take his kids out trick or treating, and yet he can't because he got called in. And poor little Barbara, who's not Batgirl yet because she's like, I don't know, like how old here, 6. So because she's just going out trick or treating, and she's mad that her dad can't take her because he's got to work. So, and her mom's like saying, "Well, we know that he and him being higher up means if there's a big crisis out in the city at the moment, it means he can't be at home right now because he has to take care of the crisis." So and he calls Batman up to let them know that one of the mobs have been killed. Members have been killed. I don't remember every single one of these characters' names. But I'm just gonna. Only one I remember really is the person who's the killer in the comic book, and I think mainly this is about the Falcons and the Romanoffs facing off against each other. So, and they're the ones that are getting killed. so they can. It's like it has to do with like territory. Who gets to control territory basically, and more characters that are dead, the more chance that person's gain territory. That's what basically this is about. It's kind of like Virgin of the Godfather. Think about it. I don't know. It's been on to watch that movie, so but it reminds you a lot of that. So, and it's pretty gory. It's rated R, so if you can't handle a lot of blood, don't watch it or don't read it. But I do like the artwork in this. It looks similar enough to the art in the book, but mixed in with a little bit of the animated series to make it look a little different. Like the way Joker is like drawn, it's like his mouth's really big, just like in the other, just like in that book he is. So yeah. Only difference is really that I think Catwoman does not have outfits not purple. It's drawn in the way it's in the animated series, minus the gold part of around her waist. So why her outfit is not purple? It's grayish. So or black. So yeah. So he calls Batman and Harley and Harvey Dent goes down there after his wife doesn't want to give out trick or treat. Doesn't want to give out candy this year because she is not able to have kids. So she's not want to be around kids right now. She wants to have kids, but she wants to have it in the natural way. She doesn't want to adopt any because she doesn't want she doesn't want to feel like that she doesn't know she'll love them if it wasn't her own. So basically, they don't really explain why she can't have them, and I don't remember if they do that in the book either. You can comment down below if they do or not, but basically, she's going for like depression because of the whole entire thing, and not wanting to do anything really. She like doesn't want to give candy. She's outside smoking in the backyard, and she's sad that Harvey's working all the time. And so basically their wedding, them being married, is like falling apart. Their marriage is falling apart basically. And Harvey's like basically saying, after I book and get rid of all the mobsters, we can have a normal life. So he's basically telling her to be patient. And he goes over to meet Batman. And basically the three guys have to figure out how to stop this holiday guy from killing, and because that way if they don't get put away the right way, and we just can't allow this guy to continue, or person to come on killing. So next thing we see is the house game Harvey's house game blown up, and nobody wants to own up to who did it. And so another group gets blamed for it, and they bring in, and Batman wants to beat up this guy, and yet Gordon tells him, look, we cannot beat him up. We need him to talk. And you beat him up to a moment where he can't talk, we can't get anything out of him. And since they don't have any reason to hold him, because they don't have any evidence that this guy might have blown up Harvey's house, they have to let him go because they have no legal right to hold him. So he has to be let go. And basically him and a lot of his people also get killed. This is right around Christmas, and this is when this is on Thanksgiving. This is on Thanksgiving, and this is on Thanksgiving. So, and the next that is around Christmas. See, every single holiday, the criminal kills one of the members, either on either side. So yeah, And so now it's Christmas, and this is when they go and talk to Calendar Man and like ask him, who do you think it is? And he just basically acts like tries to find a way to get get stuff out of it. And he basically tells Batman, you're here to find out Joker's here. Joker's not here. And he goes to Joker's cell and finds out one of the guards let him out in exchange for his family to stay alive, basically. And so Joker is basically looking for the Holiday Killer 2 in this. And he's like going around asking a lot of the other mobsters who including Carmine Falcone, and he like says Carmine thinks he's gonna get killed here, and he's not. He just wants to ask him where, who Holiday is and stuff like that. And I like this little part right here. Troy Baker does a good job doing it, and I like mostly like the artwork. And you also got to see him also talk to Harvey, where he like finds where Harvey's gun is, and didn't touch Harvey's wife because Harvey's wife wasn't there at the time. She was out shopping, and they were like, this is where they're like hiding after their house got blown up, so they're like in protection custody. And yet Joker still found out where they are, and he like finds Harvey's gun, and he's like broke in there like he's like freaking the Grinch, and he basically tries to torture poor Harvey, and he leaves there, and Batman gets there and asks him where'd he go, and this is when he goes after Carmine, and he's just basically moving on to go find out if these people are Holiday or if they know anything about Holiday. Because if you didn't listen to my last review, I basically tell you guys that Joker is mad that this Holiday person is basically stealing Joker's thunder by being there and going and killing people and acting like he owns Gotham, where Joker, if you do that, he gets mad because he's supposed to do that. He's supposed to be the only one that does that, so he's basically jealous. And he wants to kill Holiday, and Holiday does the thing when he kills the bodyguard and makes it look like Joker did it, basically. So now Batman and Alfred here, and I do like a little Alfred. Alfred does the whole entire like walks out, and Batman like goes, does he do that? Or I hates it when he does that. Like, we know where Bruce got the idea from, just to leave in the middle of a conversation, like, and like, okay, I can do that to Gordon and everybody else. So the guy who plays Batman here, I have a hard time saying his name. Jaden Archer, the guy who plays Dean, and he also from Supernatural, and he also did play Red Hood and Under the Red Hood, which he does a pretty good young version of young Batman here. They couldn't do this with like Kevin Conroy couldn't do this now because he's too old to sound like a young Batman, probably. But I think Jaden, or what his name is, did a great job here. He made it sound like he is still learning how to be a Batman, and still has to be tough. So yeah. So he is, and so next fight we have is New Year's is New Year's Eve, and this is where part one leaves off during this part. So Joker is gonna while they're like doing the countdown to next year, decides to like grab the plane that's gonna like have like a bunch of smoke and like welcome the new year, and instead of having like the smoke, he's gonna have it like have his laughing gas drop on the city and have that laughing gas kill them, and hopefully one of the people he kills is Holiday. So, but Batman stops him from doing that and discovers that Joker is not Holiday because he basically misses to it that I want him gone just as much as you do, but I want to kill him instead of put him in jail. So he finds out that Joker is not Holiday because he basically missed to it, and we see him and Catwoman break up. Selena, because Selena's on the boat where the mobsters are, the Falcons, because in the comics, in some alliteration, she is the daughter of Carmine. I don't know if that they're gonna do that in this movie, but she's like unwanted kid. And we also see, I've kind of helped this, even though I should have person that Holiday, so big spoilers for the book, big spoilers for the book. One of the people, because there's technically two killers, one of the main killer is Alberto Falcone in the book. Now he figures it out. Batman thinks this who it is and comes to interrogate him, and Selena basically says Bruce out loud. And so when he said, when you find somebody that's a bad guy finds out who Batman is, it's like basically saying that person's dead now, or somebody has to be, or it's been a coma, okay, because they can't spill the beans that this is that who Batman is. So I knew once Selena said Bruce, I knew Alberto was probably gonna die. So because they're like the one hint that Calendar Man gave to these guys is the person who who might be this is the person who likes puzzles, because in order to do Oldest Death and wanted to like what day to pick means it's like a puzzle. So they think since Alberto is a person who's like not the pickable son, because he wants his Carmine wants Bruce to be his son here, because they're making Thomas a bad person in this movie. I don't he was a good guy in the comic, but they're making if you ever heard the Telltale games, they made it in that game that Thomas Wayne, Bruce's dad, was a bad person and was not a good surgeon that he is in the comics. But that's what this movie is saying. And Carmine wants that from Bruce. He wants Bruce to be the son, and since Alberto's not a tough guy like Brucey and not a handsome person, he doesn't want Alberto as the next person to take over the mob when Carmine dies. So, but we find out that Alberto is not the killer because Holiday shows up and shoots Alberto and makes him fall off the boat, and the repellers hit him, and so he dies. Only way this will work if the second killer on here and is kills Alberto and makes it look like, but I don't know how you can this death looks very hard to fake. So I doubt it. They're just gonna make it where it's a different person this time, so the people who have read the books can be surprised. So on who the person is, I just really hope they don't do what they did with Hush and make the reason why whoever's doing this is a stupid reason. So with what they did with Riddler. So this movie was really good. I liked it. So far, the first part was I liked it. I liked the art. I liked the mystery of it. I knew that they were not going to tell us who the killer was, but they're basically telling us it's not Alberto this time. So I knew they're not going to reveal who the killer was. So in this part, since they're going to do a part 2, so it was a good one. I like all the actors did a good job. Even the Catwoman, since the girl the one who plays Catwoman, this is her last movie. She dies right after these 2 movies. So, but all the actors do a good job. Everything about this is really good. And yeah, so I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. I can't wait for the next part, which I think comes out sometime this month. This is or sometime soon. So I'll see you guys then. So see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and bye-bye!
Purpose.
Martha Butler, this is Batman calling from Wayne Manor with a shout out just for you. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Okay, this is Kevin. Well, good luck with your Crazy Cat Lady game reviewer podcast.